And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a race review. This is going to be a race which no one's seen the recording of this. This is the first time I am actually watching this. So I've not watched this before this stream. This is a first for me. It took me a while to set this up, about 5 minutes. It took me to set this whole thing up to make sure that you all can see just as much as I can. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's start. Did I turn sound on for this, or did I not? No, I must have forgotten to turn sound on. We wait for a while before the race actually starts, so... I use the 9 because, you know, I quite like Noah Gragson. I think he's a good driver, and I'm happy to see him getting a full-time cup drive. So, I picked the 9. Mainly because at the time he was in the Xfinity series. So, yeah. Yeah, we shall see what happens. Eventually people try to line up, because I don't know why, but these cars are relatively easy to line up. And you may notice the fuel bar on the side. There we go. So we're going to try and save some fuel. But yeah, eventually once we get lined up. Okay. Let's firstly see if we can catch any jump starters. Also, I just got some breaking news in. David Beckham's son is joining Brentford's B team until the end of the season. So David Beckham, the world famous footballer, his son is joining Brentford B team on loan till the end of the season from Inter Miami in the MLS. Let's see if we can catch any jump starters. At this point, there are only 5 people. Everyone pretty much gets away off the start line pretty well. Now, on this game, the track is pretty much full throttle. The cars can get quite tight, as shown by the 90. Is that no? It's the 86. I thought it was the 98. My bad. So you can see me slipstreaming. I basically almost Logano block the entire field. Anthony then joined. I almost Logano blocked the entire field. Let's rewind that quickly. This is on me. In hindsight, I was trying to cut across to get the 42 slipstream, but unfortunately, I forgot to realise the 86 was there. I think it's an 86 or a 98. I've got absolutely no idea. I think it's a 98, so we're going to stick with that. And I end up almost turning myself. And I rejoin relatively safely, to be honest. I'm actually quite impressed with my rejoin. So yeah, a lot of people are racing in their odd numbers because they're subbing. For other people, I'm not. I'm racing on my own number, which for this is the 9. No, it's not because I like Chase Elliott. It's because I like Noah Gragson. I like a driver who's reckless but in a good way, kind of like Ross Chastain in a bit. You can see it's a good corner entry. It took me a while to catch back up to the field after me being stupid. So we continue to catch up. I'm just continuing to draft. This is before the real incident kicking in. There's a little bit of touching, nothing wrong with that in my eyes. I go for a send on the 98. It works. I move up, bump and run the 42 out the way, and we are up, battling for the lead. Now 42's on my team, so I don't exactly want to hinder him too much. And you can see me going wide by accident, and he retakes the position. We do stage racing, so it'll be 20 laps, 20 laps, 40 laps. I get a little bump, nothing wrong with that. I love physical racing. Just don't be completely stupid. Hold up. And then you can see not much going on. There's not many incidents happening at the moment. Oh yeah, this is where I accidentally turned the two. Initially I thought he came down on me, but I think I do accidentally turn him. Let's have a look. I thought honestly he cut down on me. But let's see. Do I go up into him or does he go down into me? Anyone in the chat, please tell me what you think. I think that I come up into him. So therefore that's my fault. It does look like he might turn down, to be honest. It does actually look like he might turn down. Let's have a look. Yeah, you know what? He does actually cut down into me. I think he cuts down into me, you know. And the 8 flips. Let's just quickly get a replay on that. Yeah. I think he just cuts down straight into me. Like, I'm not turning right, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know. I'm not turning right. I'm going straight. You see the contact. The 8 almost... He flips upon rejoining. Epic save. And somehow... I immediately said he came down on me. I thought he came down on me, which, looking at the replay, I think he actually does. But you can see what the 86 is doing. You can see he is weaving across the track, and you're probably thinking, what an idiot, why is he doing that? He's doing that to fuel save. Because if you... I'll explain more later, actually. As I'll release a full video on that technique, because that is actually a really smart technique. This is him just going off the road completely by himself. Like, he's still turning. I'm not forcing him down. And he just drives off the road completely by himself. Not sure what he's doing. But yeah, this is the first time I've actually watched back this since I did the race. And you can see he touches the apron, he goes wide, I go straight into the lead. Easy overtake. He says, sorry, I'm not quite sure what for. Don't know what he's apologising for. No idea what he's apologising for. Let's continue. Now, here I endure a relatively nice spell in the lead of the race, until this moment happened where the 42, the 38, pretty much everybody gets ahead of me. The 2 almost takes me out. The 38 goes into me after a tap from the 42. Just physical racing. 2's complaining about brake checks. Didn't see that. I didn't catch it on video, so... I think he just gets loose, honestly. So we continue. And here we go for the race. He just slammed straight into him. I'm not quite sure why. He's just slamming straight in the 42. I don't know if he's annoyed about what happened to the 2, but let's have a look at this. I, oh, got lag on the video. There we go. 38's just taking a normal line through the corner, and the 2 just slams into him like he isn't there. He says he's trying to fuel save. I've no idea why they're trying to fuel save on a 20 lap stint, but sure. You can full throttle this. And then the 2... I don't know if he cuts across him or not. We'll find out. Very... Oh, he just turned. Yep. Okay, fair enough. He literally just turns and takes him out. Okay, fair enough. I was trying to defend him. No, he just turned straight into him. Literally, he just says it. Had enough of him. Surprised he didn't get like a penalty there and then, man. And they only got one when the footage was reviewed, which I haven't seen it yet. So this is my first time watching it back. I don't know what's going on with the 86, but he's constantly going across the track. The weaving, by the way, is for fuel saving. Just for confirmation. I won't explain how, but it's for fuel saving. It's actually really smart. I recently figured out how he did it. So I've led quite a lot of laps at this point, because I don't know why, but I race really well in this game. I have a decent gap to the field ahead of me. You can see me here. Just going to wind back to that point. I just check down, see if anybody's actually there, to be honest, before I go down. And the 42 is about to make the send of the century happen. Great corner entry. I get a poor one. He taps me. It's contact sport. That's fine. And there we go. He's gone through. Gets on the grass a little bit, though, too. Gets on the grass again a little bit. I move away to make sure I don't crash into him. Easy, easy move. And you can see there's a bit of contact, very nearly an accident. The 2 very nearly slams into the 38. I was expecting him to get some retaliation on the 42, but I don't see it. Slams into me, completely normal contact racing. Nothing wrong with that. Don't know why they're trying to save. It's 20 laps. You can make it. Like, we're halfway through and I'm not even down to halfway. Don't know why he just slammed me up. I don't know if he meant to do that or if that was just some form of him just catching the apron. And that's when I just go, you guys do realize you can make it to the end of the stage on like for 20 laps. You guys do realize you can make it. I've done it before. I've actually made 30 laps in this car before. At Daytona, which is a track that's really hard to save fuel at. 42 goes off the track again. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's lagging or something. But yeah. I didn't catch the whole race, by the way, because my internet dropped out after half an hour. I drive him a little bit down the track. It's totally fair. He's complaining about the whatever his name is being childish. just whacking into people. He claims it was payback. I didn't see what payback. Like I don't see what the 38's done wrong yet. There's a hit, but is that really enough to warrant payback? And if so, shouldn't I be getting payback? Considering that I do nearly the same thing. And to be fair, the 38 gets a bump from the 42. Not that there's anything wrong with that. He's allowed to bump him. Like, bumps are totally fine. I don't see a problem with that. And then I do exactly the same thing. Not as hard, but I still do the same thing. So I don't know why he got paybacked. And I didn't. And the 86 is on him like a homing missile. I don't know if I catch what happens. No, I don't catch what happened. No. I didn't see what happened. I think he probably put him in the wall. We'll find out. Now, there's a bit of slamming going on between me and the two. Honestly, I think that this is just great hard racing. I loved every second of that. Little bit of slamming, little bit of wheel banging. I loved every second of that. That was absolutely incredible battling. Then he wheel bangs into the 42, probably trying to get some form of payback. 86 reps of the lots of wheel banging. Absolutely loved every second. Now, you're probably going to say I hooked him. I'm going to be honest, this is an optimistic send. This is very optimistic from me. But you can see it. He leaves a gap. He left a gap. So I went for it. And you can see the 42 goes for the gap too, but he has to pull out when he sees me. And I do hook into him a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm trying not to take him out. Because I know I'm going to get some sort of penalty probably if I take this guy out. 100%. But I choose not to. I try turning. Eventually he just backs out because he's like, nah, no. I didn't see anything wrong with that personally. That could have gone really badly wrong, but it worked. He complained about it, and I was like, that's a completely fair move in my eyes. It's just an aggressive one. If someone else did that to me, like, he wasn't even close to being turned. I think what a lot of people underestimate is my car control. I'm very good at controlling what my car does, especially in this. This is more me actually turning down into the... Because you can clearly see, hold up, I just want to make sure I've got this, that I do not at all turn right. I turn left the whole time. Just thought I'd clarify. Uh, just checking something, hold up. Okay, so there we go, just sorting something out. There we go, we're back. Let's continue. He slams into him. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if he just loses grip. But that was a fair move in my opinion. I think it's fair. If you don't, you know, you're also in the right. It was a very aggressive move, but I'm an aggressive driver. You have to expect that from me. Now eventually I go turning down. I'm like, is this guy gonna go for it? And eventually I block him off. And then, as well as that, you can see the 42 starts to get on my bumper and pushes me. I turn aggressively to try and avoid being sent wide. I fail and end up being sent wide. I do a little bit of bumper locking, move him out the way. I'm carefully watching what the 86, the 96. Hello, Dare. Welcome to the stream. Just doing a race review here. But you can see the 42 because I'm watching the 86 or 98 or whatever its number is. I'm just calling him America car because I know he's got payback on someone. I'm wondering if he's going to get payback on someone else. You can see here the car gets incredibly tight. And he does bump me a little, move me out the way. Once again, I will clarify. I think bump and run's a fair game, even in actual NASCAR. And then you see the weaving. Now, I didn't understand that until after the race when I analysed it. I was like, I'm going to try this. And I was like, I'm not going to explain too much about it until I unlist a recent video I did. But OP fuel saving, that's all I'm going to say about it. Or it can save fuel if done right. Can't wait to see my bias officiate. Oh no, trust me. So far, I think Rhoda's got a point 0.5 because he walled Simba for absolutely no reason. I'm essentially on a 1 out of 3 because I accidentally took out Anthony. Although to give some credit, I think he comes down straight into me. Hold up. Let me try and get back to the point. Hold up. Let me just get this up quickly. I just want to check with you. Let me have a look. I was saving fuel that whole race. I noticed! Rota, I noticed you were saving fuel, man. Good to see you, by the way. Anthony and Rota don't like bump and runs unless they do them. That's... I get why people don't like them. It is very aggressive. I think, personally, like, aggressive bump and runs are fair. Like, you might remember the one that Joey Logano did on Martin Truex. I think that's fair racing. I don't know about you, but I thought that was fair racing. I don't know what Martin was mad about. But let me show you. I want to ask you this. Is this my fault or not? I think he comes down into me. Maybe he catches the groove, actually. I just want you to ask. Is that my fault or not? Let's get back to where we were. Nothing really happened. I just want to ask, is that my fault? That's all I wanted to ask. I don't think it is. I think he does come down into me, but you guys are the ultimate judges. At the time, I thought it was my fault, but looking back on it, I think he does turn into me. You see, I'm battling. I move him up the track slightly. He got walled, that's why he was mad. Did he, though? That's the question. Like, Rota didn't get walled. I actually had a look at it. I actually have a first-person view of the incident. He didn't get walled. Like, he just got hit. It was a hard hit. But to give credit, Simba actually gets bumped by BT. He expects you to turn down also. That's true, but at the end of the day, sometimes you can misexpect what drivers do. Like, I try to predict what people do, but at the end of the day, I don't think there was too much space. No, I meant Truax. Did he? What, the bump and run? The bump and run didn't wall him, I didn't think. I thought it was just two hot drivers racing quite hard for the win, personally, that one. But that's fair enough. That's fair. I thought that was just two drivers racing hard for the win. You know, there's always going to be a bit of contact. One of the few occasions I'll defend Joey Logano. And what I'm doing here, by the way, is actually quite smart. Oh, no, wait. I just realised I was being an idiot. I was trying to get the draft off the merging car. But then I realised... Oh, wait. He's not providing any draft. I'm an idiot. Oh, I just had a massive brain fart there. But as well as that, you see me and Rota, excellent battle here. TV then joins in. You can see this is an excellent battle, and he actually drove pretty well this race, Rota, bar the occasional meltdown, which is unusual for him, to be honest. And then the two of Anthony decides that he is going to sit on the side of the track. He's almost LePaged. You know what? If you, I assume you all know what LePaging is. He decides, you know what? I'm gonna just sit right on the apex. Like, this is just idiotic. There's no defending this. I block off the 8 quite well. He got a 1 out of 3 there. I don't know what for, but. And look at that round the outside, because the reason why I'm able to get that speed, and then I move down the track, because I'm like, nah, 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 nah. You ain't getting me. I'm getting this stage win. And then I catch the apex badly. I'm keeping an eye on the 8 to make sure he doesn't get ahead. And then I go right down the track. I'm not losing this. I get into the grass a little bit, but eventually I come out on top. And that covers the first stage. We go back around the track. I think Rota... Mad funny LePage. To be fair, I think that crash was kind of funny at the same time, because it was such a stupid mistake. And I think because I kept going, Rota got confused and thought, this is the white flag. No, the white flag was the last lap. White flag... Well, it was the green and white flag, essentially. And I decided to come down pit road. I hit straight into Simba, who is turning backwards to get into pit road, which I don't understand what he's doing. And I pit. I decide to play a few mind games in the pit lane every now and then. Trying to get into my box, it's decent. And then rightfully, probably, I get hit out the box, don't I, from my memory? I know, occasionally... I'll show you the part in part 2. But literally, I played a few mind games with Shadow. I don't know if he noticed. I think I like brake checked him on pit road because I thought it was funny. Then BT gets his 1 out of 3 for taking out Anthony, which he did. There's no avoiding it. He did. I've got the video footage to prove it. This is a row racing. Row race. But I realised I was next to TV who was lagging, and I was like, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. This is not good. This is not good. So, we restart. Let's try and catch any jump starters as well. So you can already see the eight Rota, Shadow, Simba all have already jumped to the start. Whereas all 3 of us time our starts very well. I think BT might as well. But they all jumped to the start. I didn't notice it, and I didn't complain about it at the time, because I'm not that petty. They jumped the start by like 0.2 of a second. It's not much. I see. Oh, hi, Anthony. Didn't even notice you here. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're interested, because we are taking apart the driving that happened this day. Also, was a death shot that you were by. I've actually found, Anthony, if you listen to me, I actually found that so far they've not got a call wrong. So far they've not got a call wrong. I think that so far been completely fair. We can have a look. BT's here. He's the 42. You're the 2. So you gotta watch it. So watch this. This is only what I can see. Plus I do snitch every now and then because it's me. I'm gonna do anything to 19 to get an advantage, aren't I? And also don't argue in the chat. You can save that for later. And then everyone was like, when did I actually get here. I started racing at Sonoma. That was like my first proper track. And that was... I almost won! I almost won! And then I made a mistake. Oh. Huh. Should we review that? That's on Shadow. He comes up straight into BT. Shadow comes up straight into him. That's Shadow's fault. Goes straight up into BT. And then let's have a look at the most amazing driver in the field, TV. He literally... He drives into the grass, loses control, takes out half the field, almost flips. Let's let you know. We'll be doing this. Caught today, see a symbol we banned on it. Okay, I won't attend. All I'm going to say is he will no longer be driving for us. Simple. Just thought I'd let you know. He is no longer driving for us. And he will not be re-signed. And there's me snitching because I'm pretty certain that he just goes up to... That's Shadow. Yeah, exactly. Just gave up the corner and exit. Yeah. The differences between mine incident with Anthony is I'm not coming up the track. I'm almost staying constant, and then Anthony turns down into me. I think it's more his fault, but you could argue it is 50-50. I kind of wanted to regain some speed back, though, if you understand where I'm coming from. Let's just say I saw the proof, and I don't ever want to see it again. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I don't want to see it. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to see it. This is me not turning down into the corner enough. If I'm going to be honest, this is just me not turning down enough. Car got really tight. And Shadow's excuse is, I didn't mean it. Well, I will say it. Lewis Hamilton did not mean to take out Max Verstappen in Britain 2021. He still got a penalty. No one deliberately crashes into someone. Well, I mean, people do it, but, like, I'm just going to say I don't need to. Like, no one deliberately crashes into someone with no good reason to do so. There's always some motivation. My headset shut off for no apparent reason. We continue. And you can see him fuel saving. Look at this. Don't know why, because it's 20 laps. Like, you're going to make this on full throttle. Wait, hang on. Rotor, you're in the chat. Did you pit at all from the race start till the second stage? To the end of the second stage? If you didn't, then that's OP. You can see the draft. I get down, and you can see, in my opinion, one of the best overtakes I've ever done, and then I mess it up. I messed it up. I slowed down because I was typing. Let's just have a look at this. Let's have a look at me being an idiot one more time. Almost one of the best overtakes I have ever done. Let's have a look. I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest. I think this is a moment because, in case you don't know, during the race I was watching a Spurs game. No, you say that much for you. What? That's madness, mate. What the hell? So you can make 40 laps on that. That's insane. No, wait, I pitted it. No, yeah. But, like, did you make it to the end of stage 2 without actually pitting? If you did, that is mental. That means you can go. How much fuel were you on at the end of that? I doubt you can make 8 straight. No, we can't. 100%. I think maybe we can make 50. If we use what I'm going to call the rotor strategy. Firstly, before I talk any further, let's just have a look at me being stupid one more time. I just slowed down because I was going to type. Damn it. I claimed it was a lag spike. I don't know if I did have a lag spike. I think this is me being stupid, to be honest. Basically, BT, Rotor did 40 laps using that technique. 100 what? By my calculations, you can make full-on 60 laps then. If that saves that much, you can make full-on 60 laps. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And yes, I do know the technique. You're busted. And I'm not going to make it illegal because I think it's totally fair. Let's have a look. Do I have a lag spike or no? I think my ping, you can see my ping does start to go up. If you look over here. Like it's hovering around the 200 range. By the way, I'm listening, don't worry. You can see it goes up to like 300, to like 700, 400. So yeah, I basically had a lag spike, or a ping spike. The front was at 2,000 fuel when they finished. That's ridiculous. I need to figure out if this works on other tracks, because it should. That is so ridiculous. No, that was skill issue. Wow. That's mental. To be fair, I pitted with you, so that's on you. I might have been waiving my legal now. I like the strategy. Exactly. It's not bannable. It's just smart. That's what I love about it. It was smart. I had never figured that out before. Rota, please tell me, when did you figure that out? This is on me. Let's just quickly. Oh no, wait, never mind. This isn't on me. I decide to spectate, so see if I can catch any incidents. I went the dome crash. Ow. Oh no, yeah, that was massive skill issue. But at the same time, you can see my ping goes up. Like, I was at 700 ping. Throughout the race, I was on 200. That said, it was part skill issue, because I think I could have actually easily saved that. Apparently, TV did an incredible merge. You can still see Rotor saving. And then TV goes into him. Simba goes into him. Shadow goes into him. Rotor hits the wall. Like the first Daytona race I raced. You found that out then, and you didn't tell us until now? Somewhere screams his head off. Rotor's one. Exactly! He's clever. He does scream his head off a lot, though. He can be quite clever. And I know he's going to use that from every race until the end, so. Apparently you blamed BT for something. I don't know what. Yeah, because of a nice strat. It was yours, so if you were the one who found that out, then fair play. Because I have a video now. You can see no one else is doing it, only you. And the thing is, you know when it's dangerous to do it, so you stop. And look at the space. There's literally no gap between TV and Rotor. They almost hit each other. Shadow moves out the way. I'm not one to back out. Hold on. Okay, so I got a news notification about Prince Harry. It's not interesting. Let's move on. So around here is where my internet does an oopsie. My internet dies here because it was updating randomly. Just turned into that one kid that blames D Higgins for that injury. It's somehow two others made it with him. Because he probably told them. That's probably it. Oh, I swerved out the way there because I was like, that's actually a good merging spot, you know. And then, let's show you the epicness of my internet. I'm still proud of the overtake I did on Anthony when he forced me into. That was a cool overtake. And then, the magic. The wonderful thing. And then, boom. Internet dies. This is where my internet died. Because you can tell this because I had no ping. My ping stays constant, which means I have nothing. And there we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Internet gone. Almost at doing. Yeah, that'll wreck me if you finish ahead. I know. We're gonna get to that, Anthony. So this is where I stop recording. Now is where I open up part 2. How well did that transition? That actually transitioned incredibly well. Oh no. Wait, why now? Why is now the sound working? What? Okay, so I end up rejoining when there's a caution. I don't know what happened under caution. He did that on his own. Plus, you would get disqualified. We lost our recording. Wait a you. Not really, because I started recording again. Deal. Can you guys not argue in my chat, please? It is quite funny, though. I won't lie. This is quite funny. BT only didn't make D1 because he couldn't make tryouts. And here is where I end up merging. So I am back in front. Horrible crash happened. I want to see this because I missed it. Was it me that caused it? Please tell me it wasn't me that caused it. I hope I didn't cause it. Because if I did, I do apologise. And then we have a massive incident. People being stupid. Let's have a look. So firstly, Rota, I think, slams into to Anthony. Or the vice versa. You can't tell from there. So you made Slimberfin, and then you killed someone else. Oh dear, that's not good. It's not my fault. I had lag spike. You could see my screen was frozen. I'm doing good in droughts, just trying races. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't blame him. Everyone tries to do good in tryouts, and then eventually, Roja. It's a good save from Anthony there. Please tell me he's not going to rejoin like an idiot. No, he actually rejoins in the lead of the race. Free South American Championship, exactly. You guys can't. And then Anthony goes straight up into absolutely everybody. A brilliant move. I was on the wall, I could do nothing. So basically, in other words, Anthony hit you. Yeah, you can't tell from my perspective who hit who. I enter the corner poorly here and get passed by absolutely everyone. Got some good slamming going on here, and then Rota goes into me, almost hits me. One thing to share. And always coming up with random stuff like he does. Fair enough. I mean, I can't verify these. So here goes. And you can see he has to brake because he actually ends up... Or he just turns too much and loses speed. Slams Anthony up into the wall. Not into the wall, but a little bit up the track. I think that's fair racing. And then I think BT, what's happened here is he's not brake checked, Stevie, but he's just backed out. Basically, no matter what, this team gets a championship because BTW. Exactly. Oh, there you go. I hit the wall because I'm being stupid. Don't even. So let's see what happens here. TV says my bad. And he's absolutely right. That is his fault. That is his fault, so. I think my recording breaks around this point. There we go. I don't know what's happened. They turn out I did your mark. I don't know what that means, but. Dude, how W? This bro's worse than me, Caesar. Actually, I got a 6-second lead because of a strategy. Exactly, he led because he picked the right strategy. I was actually going to pit the very next lap after him, but unfortunately, I had an accident. My car glitched and hit the apron and flipped. Yeah, I was like, where's where I get tight? I said I got tight. I'm probably right. I was ready to scream for a right actually because I thought it was going to be 1 second behind. If you were 1 second behind, you'd probably still had draft. As you can see, I hit the apron. I just get tight. And once I'm hooked, there's nothing I can do. I got the 1.5. That's fair. I got tight. Let's continue. This is where I bump into Shadow. I tried to avoid that, but that actually kind of worked really well, to be honest. We did a Ferrari strategy this time, goodness me. But we're on the white flag now. I want to see the footage of my crash, kinda, now. How much chaos did my internet shutting off cause? Because it was at the worst possible moment. I think he just comes down straight into me. Like, when you have a look. Here we go. There's a gap that... Well, to be fair, there's not a gap. I'm just driving. And then Anthony drives straight down into me. Like, maybe I'm coming up the track a little, but it's not much. He's coming down the track a lot faster than I'm going up. Hey, sometimes 8 wheels turn better than 4. True. And then he gets into Rota, I think, which sends them both up the track. And I stay at a BT slipstream so he can get a 1-2. Well, I do get into it, but I move out of it. He just turned in on me. He does, to give him some credit. He does. Like, I'm already there. And then here is where I drift into the wall. Shadow then decided to go backwards. I mean, there's no rule against it. I'll say fair play. This is me just doing stupid stuff on pit road. Because I feel like it. I mean, you're about to see it. I just felt like doing that. And then Simba gets to the back. Because he didn't go round the track bit. He went through the pit lane and exit to get to his pit box, which no idea. That was just common sense, to be honest. We start. Let's have a look. Any jump starts? The only jump start is actually the 38 car, who, if anything, just gets a massive disadvantage from it. But by Simba. Damn it, pit road tomfoolery. At the end of the day, no cars are damaged, so. Okay, that forced forwards at a full 20 seconds, damn. That didn't go well for TV. That's all I'm going to say. This didn't go well. And then Anthony comes straight up into the track and is actually in the lead for a brief moment before coming down. Kamikaze and Grota. And then somehow, in all of that, I get into second. Typical Simba. It's a jump start. It's not like something huge. And he didn't gain an advantage from it. Good car control from me. Just making sure I know exactly where my car is. Not normal, as you can probably tell. I usually get like hit, as in like I usually get hit when I try to cut down on someone. So I looked away for a second. Ah, we've got another half hour of this to go, so y'all better be entertained. This is where I'm coming. Here we go. You're gonna clip that, aren't you? Yep. Rose is weaving. I'm just saying you're gonna clip that. I think I just come off into him, but at the end of the day, I think it's kind of fair racing because I don't force him up that much. Bro's even fuel saving here. He's trying to overtake me and yet still fuel saving. This man, he's dedicated. But he gets across there and gets ahead of me. I swear I did some proper good overtake. Look at this! I kind of had an idea of what he was doing, so I actually drive over to try and stop him. He just slammed into me. He just slammed into me. In which respect, you know what? Lesson 1, rule number 1, do not interrupt rotor fuel saving. I'm schizophrenia right now, talking to a ghost. It's called commentary. I've got to talk. This is for people to watch back later. And then TV being TV, I actually go up the track trying to avoid TV. I don't know if Anthony turned him or something. But it looks like he just turned him. Let's have a look. Yeah, he legit just turned the guy. Poor TV. I was gonna say, he says revenge. But yeah, he does literally just turn into him. Right, why is reaction so funny? I don't know. It's because I'm British. That's why, probably. I'll make the joke because I'm British. That, I think, is a great pass. It would have been. But no, it is, actually. He says he did it himself, but he didn't. Like, Anthony does actually just straight up dump him. Also, like, little pass in the grass there. Kind of nice. Still fuel saving. It's also good for trying to keep people out your slipstream, to be honest. And then the little bump and run. And Anthony apparently got revenge on TV for a bump up. How is that worthy of revenge? I don't understand it. That was a little bit of a late block, if I'm honest, but I'll let that one. But you know, I didn't. No one get a disadvantage from it. other than me. So, and then I bump him up, move him out the way again, and then Rota opens the door, but slams it shut as quick as possible, which in Rota years is a long time. He's really it doesn't. Oh, so it's good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nah, that I won't say that, man. Look at that little bit of a pass in the grass. Two wheels in the grass because I know you got to be all four wheels off. I get slammed into. But he's an aggressive defender, Rota. Very aggressive. Exactly. And you've got like 8 moving up into third place because of my bad corner. Is he seriously? And now the 2 starts doing it, which is Anthony. He starts doing it too. So I'm like, okay, why are they weaving? There's something to do with this. You dare ignore my defending. Your defending is insane, but Rota's also kind of aggressive. That said, I'm probably one of the most aggressive defenders out there, to the point at which I end up Logano blocking and turn myself. A little bit of contact. I'm trying to stop him fuel saving, but I know he can probably make it to the end at this point. It's a great battle going on at this point. Simba says I'm lagging. This is a clear sign that a caution is about to occur. What about me then? Oh wait, sorry, I just clicked something by accident. You can see TV decides to almost turn me. However, unlike Joey Logano on William Byron, to be fair, that was a bump and run, it didn't work. I don't know why I slowed down, to be honest. Probably because I was typing. I actually think I merged very nicely. Especially because I like to merge on the backstretch because it's easier. Like, if you can't merge off the backstretch, you shouldn't even be racing. Here they go. A battle between Rota and Anthony. BT's getting involved on the act. He's about to send one down the inside. And is he going to make it stick? Yes, he is. He forces Anthony out the track. Here goes Rota. It's like a through goes Hamilton moment. Once again, sacrifice speed to like damn it instantly. I mean, essentially, you just merge. You cannot. I could just merge afterwards. So I try not to, but I tried to keep it on the throttle, but I mistimed it. You can still merge afterwards, because technically he did wreck me. Rota almost turns me, and manages to rejoin safely. That said, it's TV, I should have expected that. Let's have a quick look at that incident again between Simba and BT. As you can clearly see, BT comes up the track and Simba turns down into him. He comes up. It's racing incident. He's turning up as Simba's turning down. Primarily more on Simba, though, if I'm honest with you guys. And there you go. I get the switchback on. It's not exactly a switchback, but still. He goes at the track, I go down the track, I see the space. Then thought again, he said, man. and thought again and he said, "Man, just rejoined safely." I did. And that's a really well executed bump and run. Very well done. Meet in the middle. Oh god, there he goes. There goes Anthony after being probably bumped once again. He got bumped a lot that race. BT said he doesn't want any warnings. BT, can you explain that for me? Why didn't you want any warnings on Simba? I just want an explanation. I'm just confused, Lilal. After confusing myself, I'm drunk. I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure I will find out. I just need to get my TV because there's football on tonight. What did I miss? Did I miss myself being stupid again? Or... Hold on. Did I miss myself being stupid? Hold on. Let me find out. Nothing. Because he didn't, to be honest, no one died. Yeah, fair enough. No one died. TV turns down, backs out, pretty much slams me into the wall as I try and desperately recover speed. I'd want a 0.5 for that. You know what I mean. You know what I like. I like anything to get an advantage. And then I figured it out. Why are you weaving? I think I figured it out. It was a fuel saving technique. Here we go again. And then I managed to take the inside on Simba. And then Shadow comes down straight into Simba. And then I lose it and wreck spectacularly. Because let's be honest, I'd rather merge after that. Two more laps until the actual Ferrari strategy begins. I think... Like, he literally just comes down and hits me. Tell me how you do it then. What, the fuel saving thing? You weave and throttle. I've got an entire video. You start weaving across the track because when you turn it maintains the speed. And you occasionally throttle in between to keep your speed constant. Therefore it uses up completely minimal fuel. Thank you. I actually think I merged this pretty well. Apart from that part. And I try to stay in the grass to avoid everyone. Apart from hitting Shadow. I did forget about that. Okay, and overall... I was gonna say, why was I getting pinned? He had a dumb moment. I agree. And I hooked him a little bit, but I managed to back out just in time. At least that's what I figured out with the fuel saving. I think I've got it right. Occasionally I do fuel save in this. Like you can see here, I'm fuel saving. Like I'm not throttle whatsoever at this point until the exit of the corner. It's probably possible to do both. And the BT tells me to box. Mattia Binotto, back at it again, man. Here we go. But not before some well-deserved Rota being Rota. And making BT do the coolest pit entry of all time. Sorry, but that's wrong. I've got a video. Because my fuel saving technique that I discovered actually kind of works. And this has figured it out too. I'm pretty certain I've got it kind of right. Yeah, I wanted one extra point for BT to have the coolest pit entry. We occasionally race, and we catch up to Anthony. And this is where it really begins. This guy with a 990 can't figure out why a random keeps joining their public server after blocking user. Oh my god. We all have stupid moments. We all have incredibly smart moments. Blocking someone doesn't prevent them from joining the server. It just prevents them from messaging you, essentially, and friending you. That's literally it. Little bit of slamming, nice bit of racing. I'm just hanging back and enjoying the show. I decide then that I want to be part of the show and dart down the inside. At the end of the day, the gap was there. Ah yes, here comes the fun. To be fair, it was on the last lap when the real drama happened. Rota probably dumped himself. I got told by BT to force you up. I was told to force him up. So I did. So I didn't turn. It worked. Maybe it was a little bit more aggressive than I thought it was going to be, but at the end of the day, it worked. I'm trying to bump BT to get him faster. Now, I'm not sure what Anthony's thinking here. I don't know if he had a lag spike or something. I was told to block him. I couldn't exactly block him because I was already going for a move. Little touch. And then he randomly turns down. For a lag 65, I felt like Alonso telling Ocon to defend like a lion. I should have given ours on the second group next time. Yeah. He hits me. I almost lose it. I keep it in. And then he just suddenly turned into the thing. I have no idea what he was doing there. He says he lagged, but something in me doubts that. I don't know about you. That's the first time I've reviewed that footage, and if anything, I don't know if he lagged or anything. If anything, when I'm lagging and I'm not in a corner, I just throttle it. When did you start to think the front pack is going to pit? When I heard you discussing strategy. When I heard you say we can make it to the end, that's when I realised we're not going to pit. That we've lost. Unless a caution comes out, in which, yeah. I mean, BT says he lead merged. He technically didn't because he wasn't in the lead. He's technically not in the lead. He was trying to wreck himself. That's what I personally think he was doing. I think he tried to wreck himself so he could merge with the other pack. I am above such tactics. No, I'm totally lying. I did it several times in my early days. It just makes sense to merge with the pack that you were with. Was this over me being stupid? Oh yeah, I kind of forced him up into you. He merged with y'all. I think he was trying to merge with his team, but ended up not happening. But I thought I leader of the pack. You're technically not wrong, but technically the only rule is that you can't merge in the lead. Didn't say lead of the pack, so I didn't mean to force him up here. To be blunt, I didn't mean to force him up. I did mean to brake check him though. That was just me trying to get on his nerves. And then he turns in on me. I don't know what happened there. I was trying to see if he'd do something stupid so he could get a penalty because I knew he was very close to a DQ. That's my fault. I'll fully admit that one was on me. I expected him to turn sooner, but yeah. TV very close to a penalty. He claims you and BT wrecked him 7 times. So far, I am lacking this footage. Well, he claimed BT did. I'm so far lacking this footage. So far, I've only found one example of BT wrecking him. And that was his fault. Like, BT actually did that on purpose. He literally just said, I've had enough of him. And just turned him. Okay, sorry, my mic cut out. There we go, my mic's back, I think. What I will say, though, this is one of the sickest overtakes ever! Like, oh my... Also said BT wrecked once. Yeah, he only wrecked him once. I wrecked him once, BT wrecked him once. That's literally it. I can't find... This is the footage. I can't edit this footage. I have never seen this footage before. Can I just show off one of the coolest passes I have ever seen? This was amazing. Can we just talk about this overtake? BT, Anthony's moving down. BT, he puts a wheel on the grass. One Pablo Montoya. And then Anthony shoves him down the track. BT almost flips, rejoins ahead of Anthony. What an unbelievable move. Apparent brake check on that one. I couldn't find that. I mean, I can have a look at the footage, but I can't find that. Can we just... Someone clip this overtake. This is from... Can we get the award for best overtake in history? This is incredible. Like, a lot of drivers would have lost control and backed out, but BT, no. He chooses not to. Look at that. He shoves him down the track. BT stays on the throttle. It's like Dale Earnhardt and... it's like Dale Earnhardt or like maybe Alex Albon on Perez. 2020, I think it was. Rate that overtake he fit there. And I went then, that's when I realised properly, yeah, they're going for a zero stop. Because then Rota went, I've got 1600 left. And that's when I went, okay, they've won. We start the final lap coming up. Now, let's see what footage I have. He forces Anthony up. Yeah, Anthony just dumps him. He just dumps him. Montoya. Did Montoya do a pass on the grass? I don't know. Did he? Montoya was a great driver, don't get me wrong. Heavily underrated. Yeah, he just wrecked you. He said that was all BT. He said that was all you. And I'm going to tell him, shut up, man. You just turned down into him. Like, I know it's not full footage, but he just turned him. I go off the track there. And that's when I prepare for my dump. I go full on, turn right, you know what? Take that. And I'm very clever. I lock him against the wall till BT gets there. And that's why I was like, that's what I reckon BT. And that's why, yeah, you DQ'd him for that. And, yeah. Wait. So at the end of the race, we get P4. So yeah, TV won that one. Because these two don't count. So TV wins, unfortunately. I personally think that retaliation, that was a good retaliation. And he just slammed me after the race because he was annoyed. But I'm sorry. How on earth is this BT's fault? This is not his fault. You're not even on a turn. You're on a straight, man. Apparently that's fast. It's not. It's clear as day that he just slams into him. I literally see it. I was too paying attention on that. And I immediately went, nah, I ain't letting him get away with that. I'm not letting him wreck one of my drivers. I did brake actually to get closer to him because I'm like, nope. My original intention was to slam him like in row stock and then just send him flying out the race over the fence. But but when this happened, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna lock him against the wall. That's why I get my 2.5. And he just, yeah, basically he did just right rear him. Damn, I wish that was a real race. W. I don't know why BT said P2. Well, it was P2 because the other two don't count, so. And Rotor actually drove well that race when you think about it. Like, bar retaliating against Simba for no good reason. I mean, let me try and find the brake check. Hold up. Let's try and find the brake check. Let's try and find this supposed brake check. Let's have a look. He said he brake checked him. I'm going to watch BT this whole way through. I mean, to credit, he did it better than Bubba. He did do it better than Bubba. I'll give him some credit. He did. BT overtakes Anthony after almost getting forward in the grass, almost flipping and keeping position. Exactly. BTW. Let me have a look and see when he says it. Anthony turns BT on fine, all that. I don't know. Okay, to be fair, to be fair. Okay, there he is. We got it. We got the footage of the brake check. We got it. We got the footage of the brake check, man. We got the footage. I'm gonna be honest. That is a OMG. The message. Nice brake check, BT. No, we found it. Here it is. I don't know if that's you just trying to annoy him, mate, but that's not fair. That's not cool. We don't do that round here. At the same time, I brake checked him late in the race to see if I could get a reaction. Actually, that's the wrong turn. He says it's directly afterwards, so. I did it. You did it twice? That's amazing. He did the first time I didn't notice. The second time. Da 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 da. BT suddenly forgets what a car is and how to throttle it. And then goes. Da, 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 da. Then he almost wrecks Rotor in the process. Also, can we note I had 200 ping all race? A second time, no one. I don't think anybody noticed. Like I didn't even notice. But yeah, that's the official race review. Now I've got to go because I've got a football match to watch. Plus, after that, I'm probably going to get some good sleep because I've got a football match to referee tomorrow. Thank you all for an incredibly entertaining race, firstly. And thank you to Anthony for finally giving me an actual opportunity to wreck somebody. And I'll see you all soon.